Oh, welcome to this new episode of the Alex Show TV. It's episode 376 from November the 25th of the year 2024. Today's a Monday. And as we continue with Dr. Greenberg's series here, the third episode of 4, we're going to see today Pachita and the Shamanic World. Pachita, a very well-known shaman healer in Mexico. We're going to see a support video in a few minutes that they explain that she was born in the year 1900. She lived all the way to the year 1979, 79 years old. In the 1970s, she met Jacobo Greenberg. And in a way, I think Pachita is extremely important in the life and the work of Dr. Jacobo Greenberg because she changed his ways. He went from the scientific method to everything has to be proven in a lab, everything has to be proven through repetition. These universal things, these wisdom things, these unity consciousness things don't work that way, okay? They are not reproducible, okay? And I think this is the point that Dr. Jacobo Greenberg changed his ways and moved away from not everything is 2 + 2 = 4, okay, in the universe. And I laugh because we're so silly in our ways, so primitive in our apparently, and I put air quotes, scientific ways, that I think this is the moment that Dr. Jacobo Greenberg really set up his path, greater path, to really discover the universal wisdom, okay, when he met Pachita in the 1970s. She passed away in 1979, so that certainly has to be before that. Apparently, she met Pachita. Pachita was close to the presidential family. Mexico had a president, Jose Lopez Portillo, from 1976 to 1982. I know that very well. So if Pachita passed away in 1979, Jacobo Greenberg had to meet her in those 3 years because I know for a fact that she met her at the presidential building or palace or whatever you want to call it of Los Pinos. So it had to be in those 3 years. So they had an interaction for the 3 years. Why was Pachita at the presidential palace? Probably to deliver her services. She was a very well-known at the time healer, what is called a shaman healer, and we have a support video to watch. I'll rather we watch it together and give you my opinions what I think a shamanic healer is. I know there's a great percentage of shamanic healers that are frauds, that they don't really heal anything. But when you tap into the unity consciousness, when you tap into the everything, you can create organs, like apparently Pachita, will do. And I remember talking to someone like 10 years ago that he was into source healing. He will connect to source. What does that mean? He will connect to the consciousness of everything. He will connect to the oneness. He will connect to our inner connection. And I remember as he was telling me, I could feel it with him, that he will do source healing. And he will say that organs will come from source and tools will come from source and everything will come and he will help the patient. Okay. I know it's very difficult to grasp. It's not something we can validate. It's certainly not something scientific. But I think this is the moment when Dr. Jacobo Greenberg met Pachita that he switched sides. Okay. And he says, I don't need to understand everything. I don't need to explain everything. I'm gonna go with what I feel. Okay. I'm gonna go with my inner self and not try to reproduce it because not everything again is so scientific. And that's why I digress with scientists such as Einstein and Newton. They are so much into their ways, but their work is so primitive. Their work is so basic in the grand scheme of things that I see a Pachita and I say, wow, she was really into something. Okay. That's why it's a support video together, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this very short Monday episode on Pachita and the Shamanic World.
The healer Barbara Guerrero, better known as Pachita, was born in 1900 in Parral, Chihuahua and died in Mexico City on April 29, 1979. She was recognized as a psychic surgeon and obtained popularity due to research and investigation of the scientific Jacobo Grinberg. Pachita and her surgeries have been studied by researchers all over the world, included American psychologist Stanley Krippner, Cuban medical anthropologist Alberto Villoldo, paranormal investigator Salvador Freixedo, among others. Her psychic abilities were inherited from his adoptive father, a native of Africa, who taught her to walk a spiritual path. Pachita always used the same kitchen knife to perform all of her surgeries: alcohol, cotton and candle lights. She did not have any previous medical experience or a medical degree. According to Pachita, her abilities came from the possession in her physical body of the spirit of Cuauhtémoc, the last ruler of Tenochtitlan. Pachita was convinced that this was not just any trance, but that she was possessed by the spirit of the young Tlatoani, who used her as a vehicle to heal and finish his mission on Earth. This is what Jacobo Grinberg says in his book called Pachita about it. I remember I was about to tell her that it was not the brother Cuauhtémoc who had done that, but herself on another level of consciousness. But I stopped myself. Who was I after all to tell her that? Never in any meditation I had reached a level that allowed me to be able to make a lung transplant. How could I know if he really existed and was really able of occupying Pachita's body?
Yes, that's pretty amazing at the end when Dr. Jacobo Grinberg says that he feels it's not really the spirit of this Aztec ruler, Cuauhtémoc, very well known in Mexico, but it's really Pachita connecting to her higher self. It's all about that, okay? I agree totally with Dr. Jacobo Grinberg. It's totally about when you connect to your higher self, you're really connecting to yourself that has gone back to that unity consciousness, that has gone back to creation, that has gone back to the oneness. That's gonna happen. That's already happened in a way, in another timeline, okay? We're all going back to creation. We leave creation and we go back to creation. What we have on that time, experiences like this one you're having right now, okay? When you connect to your higher self and you connect to the service of others, very important, I put those together, okay? Because if you connect to your higher self, but you connect to the service of you, I don't know if that's gonna work. But Pachita was not about the service of you. Pachita saved hundreds, if not thousands of lives. And there are testimonies that she will create organs. I know that sounds beyond amazing. That sounds impossible or even silly or even stupid. She will create hearts. She will create lungs. She will create liver. She will create whatever you needed. Okay. She will do transplants out of thin air. Yes. Because she connected to her higher self for the service of others. Okay. It was not about herself. It was about the service to others. But if we connect to our higher self, so we go through time to become rich, or we go through time to become powerful, or we go through time to change things, or we go through time, or we become these power things that we want to feed our ego, and it doesn't work. Yes, 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 yes. And I think that's what changed Dr. Jacobo Green. Not that he was an evil man before that. He was just a man of science. And he figured out that science is really not the way. Pachita is the way. Connecting to the everything is the way. And connecting in a service to others way. Okay. His theories are valid. Yes, you can connect and rewire the matrix as long as you reconnect it with your heart and when you reconnect it with your best intentions. So I've shared the shamanic world many times. I think shamanics, I don't think Pachita, I never met her, of course. She died in 1979. But what I see from her work, she's an amazing woman. But some shamanics are a little bit arrogant. They think they have figured out a few things. When you're like that, you're a little bit arrogant. And I say they go through the world. They go through Mother Gaia, okay? But Pachita, she went through the universe, okay? That's why shamanic wakes are irrelevant. If you go like Pachita, I applaud you, okay? Really. because she was only interested in giving to others. Okay. That Cuauhtemoc, by the way, Cuauhtemoc, an Aztec king, I believe, at the end, and was he the same soul as Pachita? Probably. It's probable, but it's not. That has nothing to do. They are not higher beings in that way. There's only the creator, and then there's us. Okay. We have this natural programming that we abide and we go to our knees. Oh, this is a higher thing. No. Not Pachita and not Dr. Rimmer are special. They develop these abilities that we all have. And the reason that they both develop these abilities is because they went for the service to others. And that's the beauty of the shamanic world. If the shamanic world would be about the service to others, that's perfect. But when I see it, I remember a shaman, apparently, I don't know if he was a shaman or not, telling me all these things, how he was so powerful. Like he will invoke entities and no. I would have loved to have met Pachita because I'm sure the sheer humbleness and the sheer beauty of her heart is so amazing that, that's what it is. When you tap into the everything, you have the powers that Pachita had. It's not easy. I'm not saying all of us are going to make it. It's something very difficult, but it's something that I believe Pachita and Dr. Grimberg were able to tap into. That's why I'm going to share on the next episode how I believe Dr. Grimberg went into another place because he willingly dematerialized and rematerialized at will. Yes, out of these sheer intentions. Remember when I had my show that we are our intentions, and that's what the unity consciousness looks at. Not your actions, certainly not your beliefs. Doesn't care about that at all. Your intentions in your heart. Okay. Yes, that's possible. But we need to go beyond the point that we need to look at the power we can achieve by tapping into the unity consciousness. And we need to look into the beautifulness of servicing to others. We're here to serve others, not ourselves. When we change that chip in our head, in our demonic head, in our reptilian head, I said that, yes, I hope the video doesn't get in trouble. Then we're going to achieve great things. Then we're going to really change ourselves. Discover who you are. You are a beautiful being of creation that are here to serve others. You are here to serve others. I hope you enjoy this short Monday episode. And if it is okay, I shall see you back on Friday on the last episode on the beautiful, incredible life of Dr. Jacobo Grimberg. Have a great Monday. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover your true self. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and to serve others. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover your true self? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to the universe. Simply ask, who am I? Where do I come from? What is my purpose? You will start getting signs, breakthroughs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about this reality start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering your true self equals to real freedom. Your self-imposed limits will fall and you will be ready to understand this reality, but you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will set up a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, lust, envy, violence, justice, full violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only your egoic mind and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Thank you very much for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@thealexshow.tv. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website, www.thealexshow.tv. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.